What's up, guys? Today we are back in our secret spot.
Ultra secret canyon location.
If you know, you know. We are back with my good friend Travis
What's up,
Langness,
everybody?
the buddy that I told you about first time we ever met. We raced, but he is an automotive journalist, and today he's got a 45th anniversary 2024 Supra that he is
Supra.
GR Supra. My bad.
Kazoo Racing Supra.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you type in like modern Supra, the internet is all kinds of confused.
You must say GR.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, like I've been test driving this car for a week. Took it up to Angeles Crest. It just absolutely rips. Like the powertrain is excellent. This one's this 45th anniversary edition, so it's the top trim level for 2024, which means it builds on the 3-liter premium one, 3.0 premium. So it's got the 6-cylinder turbocharged, 380 horsepower, 382, 368 pound-feet of torque. Right now, there's still the 2-liter for 2024, but 25, that's dead. So you cannot get the 4-cylinder GR Supra anymore. And this one has the 6-speed manual, which is an excellent transmission. Shifts so well, such good crisp action, like really short throws, good clutch action. We can take a look under the hood at the engine, see a couple other things.
Pop the hood.
Yeah, pop the hood.
No
dog.
Faith. You can't review a Supra without saying. Oh, it just comes right open.
Jay-Z. No, it's not Jay-Z. But one of the things that the GR Supra gets is this cool strut tower bar across for the 45th anniversary edition anyways. Not much you can see under there like most modern engines. It's got the plastic cover. But great powertrain. Sourced from BMW, like everybody knows that. This shares a lot of, almost all of its underpinnings with the Z4, as well as the engine and a lot of the stuff on the interior. Such a big wide hood, but it's got these
gigantic hood.
struts on it, so it's got some pretty light action. Like it's not hard to raise and lower.
Aluminum, I assume.
Yeah, I would guess so. I'd have to look at the stamping on it. But yeah, this is, I mean, I like this color. I have to look at my phone to see exactly what the color is. There's only 2 choices for the 45th anniversary. One of them is like a white, and the other one is this orange Meekin, I think, something like that.
Mica?
Correct me in the comments. Put that down below. I think this car looks great. I remember when they released the FT01 concept, which was an excellent looking car.
Blew my mind when I saw it.
This just kind of looks like a a shortened version of that, adjusted for wheelbase. So we can go around, if you want to go around the passenger side, we'll take a look at the interior.
Yeah.
On the outside, one of the things that bugs me before we go on the inside is these fake hood vents. That bugs me on every car that has them. I like them in terms of like a stylized thing. I don't know, maybe I'd get out a drill and mess with those if I owned this car.
I'm sure a lot of people have.
I really love it's not like a double bubble, but whatever the character lines are that are going on in the roof, like that, I think looks really good. It gives like the front profile of the car like a really good look.
Yeah, they sell these for the 350Zs. They call them GT roof caps.
Yeah, they're great. I love the look of that. And
yes,
I like
really
the little details on the mirrors, the striping on the mirrors here. That's pretty cool. I would get these in the same color as the rest of the car in like the gloss.
Yeah.
But for the 45th anniversary edition, they also have this Supra logo on here to accentuate the lines of the car, and then also those wheels, the black wheels, are for the 45th anniversary, as well are the black calipers. They're the same brakes as the 3.0 premium, but just painted black instead.
Are these the Pilot Sport 4S's?
Yeah, Pilot Sport 4S's, which I think are a great tire. They've got really good life, but they're also
tire.
super sticky.
Yeah.
These are on everything now, and there's a reason for that. Every tire manufacturer, they might have them a little bit bespoke for their particular car, sizes and stuff like that. But these are on every sports car now, and they're really good, especially for the price. When you have to replace them, they're not that expensive.
Yeah, quiet and grippy.
Yeah.
Good sidewall.
So one of the gripes about this car that a lot of people have, and I'm one of them too, it even only just like 5'8", 5'9", 5'8 and a half.
5'8 and a half.
It takes a lot of real scrunching up to get in there. I've just this little button on the top of my hat, I've nailed on this 2 or 3 times this week.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it's a squeeze to get in, but once you get in, it's a nice cabin feel. These seats, the bolstering is excellent. There's a 12-speaker JBL sound system, really good quality. For some reason, whoever had this car before me had pumped the bass all the way up, and it was blowing things out, but once I got adjusted, it was great. Also, one of the things I like about this car is the fact that it has a gauge cluster on the dash, not a screen. So I'll start it up real quick and you can see the gauge cluster. Hopefully the sound's not too bad. But it's got gear indicator for the manual transmission, which is pretty cool.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
So you can just look down at it at a glance, you know, depending on your speed and know where or when you want to shift. But then also this is like, it's just a gauge. There's no messing with this. There's no nav screen that pops up on it. And it's pretty focused, you know, sports car kind of vibes there. Also 8.8 inch screen here in the center. Has Apple CarPlay, but no Android Auto. And getting to like the settings and connecting my Apple CarPlay was kind of difficult. Most other cars, you just plug in and it knows, hey, you've got an iPhone. This was not the case. Again, I'll pop out here and you can take a look at the center console, but the shifter is excellent. Really good feel in your hand.
Yeah, the throw is...
The throw is great. I can pop it on the other side once this car passes and show the throw. So there's the shifter, hard to tell on camera, but really nice short throws, feels really good in your hand. That was tuned by Toyota, so it is a BMW part, but Toyota did their own feel on it, feels great. Seats on this side, also equally good bolstering, leather upholstery. You know, it's a nice interior. Everything's really well put together and the quality of the materials is super high. But if I'm honest, I'm just not a huge fan of like the BMW infotainment interface. I don't know if, I mean, now that I say it out loud, it's kind of interesting because I don't pay attention to any of this stuff while I'm driving the Supra, which is good. It's, you know, no distraction.
For sure.
But to be able to use it for stuff like nav and even for the climate control, like it's kind of futzy and the buttons are small and far away and it's like, dude, I just want to turn the AC to a different temperature or whatever it is. But I feel like that's a minor gripe on such a nice interior.
As long as the fit and finish is solid on an interior, I'm usually cool with, you know, giving away a lot of things on issues. But you know, there are cars, I'm not going to name them, but they have infotainment systems that just fail.
Yep.
Within, you know, a year of owning the car, which is absolutely wild. It's just, yeah, that's not something.
So let's move around to the back. I'll show you the trunk back there. Another part of the 45th anniversary edition is you get this adjustable spoiler. It's got these little nuts and bolts under here that you can adjust the angle of attack on it there. Yeah. It's pretty easy. They include in the manual how to do it. And it is a hatch. It's not the world's biggest hatch. Only a couple
size though.
Cubic feet, but you could fit a couple of like airport carry-ons in here for sure. And then if you like go in there, if you take the camera inside, you can actually see where the big speakers are mounted there. Kind of underneath, and it's like a pass-through. So if you're going up to the mountains and you have like a snowboard or skis or whatever, you can just go right through there. It'll be sitting in your center console, but you could do it.
Golf bag, maybe.
Yeah,
not
golf
so much.
bag possibly. It's an okay size
Some
trunk.
clubs.
Yeah, so 2 or 3 clubs right in the center there, but not a huge trunk. I do like the look of it, the hatch design again, like going back to
it's
the old
beautiful.
FTL1
I like how the
stuff.
glass tapers out to the trunk.
Yeah, glass tapers out, and there's no, it's kind of like a frameless window, like there's no frame around the glass, so when it goes up and down, like it just, there's less weight to be had there. That also, like the front, like the hood goes up and down easy. Great exhaust. Active exhaust, active rear diff as well on the 3.0 Premium and on this, the 45 anniversary. And again, like the rear styling is really good. The price is one of my biggest issues with this. So like we said, for 25, there is no longer a 2-liter. There's no 4-cylinder, so you can't get an inexpensive, you know, in the $40,000 to $50,000 range Supra anymore. And the base one, just the 3.0, is like $55,000, $56,000 for 2025. This one, not available in 25, but even for 24, is like $65,000, $66,000. Now, obviously, you know, if you don't want the special 45th anniversary edition one, you can get 95% of the equipment on the 3.0 Premium, but even that one is like $59,000. So you and I were talking about kind of what we would get instead for that money, especially if you just want 2 doors and a manual. There aren't a lot of options, but there are a few. You know, you could get like GR86 and put a ton of money into it. Now, we're modifying people. Not everyone would want to do that. You and I know plenty of guys that just want to go into the dealership and put that check down. But also at the same price range, you can get you know, even if you're paying a little bit over sticker, you can get Civic Type R, you can get not 2 doors, you know, you can get Mustang, you can get you know, BMW M2. The CS is much more expensive, but and I forget the price on the M2, but it's similar.
It is up there though.
Yeah, it's up there
Yeah.
for sure.
High performance though, same powertrain, I believe, between the M2 and this car, pretty much. I'm sure there are some differences.
Yeah,
though.
I'd have to double check to see if there's differences between them. I do like this car a lot though. To say that like, oh, it's expensive, you know, I wouldn't spend my personal $65,000 on it, but I think it's a smart $65,000 to spend. So like, I would want a car with 4 doors and more practicality, something like the Integra Type S or the Civic Type R. But I think this is styled really well. Can't overstate that because when you drive it, you feel kind of like special in it.
It's definitely got a superhero vibe.
People give you the thumbs up. People look at it. People ask you for photos of it at a gas station. I'm like, it's not even my car. Go ahead.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the styling is A, unique. B, is going to last really long. I think it's going to age well. I don't think it's going to look dated soon. I mean, this car's been out for 5 years. It's, you know, they debuted it in 2019, I think, and like it still looks really good. But there's a lot else out there for that kind of money, especially if you're willing to shop used. But you know, let us know what you think. Would you buy one? Would you spend $66,000 and possibly some dealership change to get one?
Yeah, this is definitely one of those top contenders. If anything, just from looks.
And for sure, like this versus the Z, the new Z, you know that the Z is also kind of in this similar performance range.
Yep.
Speaking of which, there's a Z over there. Whose could that possibly be?
Whose Z is that Z?
But yeah, like this up against the current Z, this has less horsepower, even than the standard one. I think the standard one's 400 and the Nismo is 420. But this car, I believe, is lighter. Honestly, I really like the way this thing drives. Like, it doesn't drive too big. You know, it's not great visibility, but it feels small enough to manage roads like this that we're used to in older, smaller cars.
With shorter hoods.
And I wouldn't hate owning it. I would not.
For sure.
Getting in and out, a little bit tough. You got to make sure that you're, you know, limbered up to get in and out. But driving it on a daily basis, even with the, and especially with the manual, I think, would be a real nice thing. Be a real nice way to spend the night.
Yeah. I personally love the styling. It's definitely quick. It's beautiful. The fit and finish is awesome. I'm very impressed with how the shifter felt just from kind of like tinkering with it in the passenger seat. I mean, I think it's a good looking car. I think for me, my only gripe about this car, besides getting in and out of it, because like for me that like there's just like not a possibility with my sciatica, but this drives me nuts personally. This new thing that BMW is doing with their rear brakes, where they're making it a slide pin style instead of a clamshell style brake.
Yeah.
When you have a car that costs $65,000 and you get these beautiful big front brakes, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe are Brembos.
Yeah, I think these are Brembos.
Yeah.
We can cut that out if they're not.
Yeah, if not. But you would think that if you're getting this or like an M2 or M240 or anything that has, you know, the upgraded brake package, that you'd get a pair of good looking rear brakes. I understand.
These are the upgraded rear brakes.
Yes.
On the standard model.
Yes.
But like, and they're huge rotors. Like that's a ton of surface area for a rear brake.
Yeah.
And the braking power is great. Pedal feels good and stuff. You know, and we talked about like those are easier to service, but yeah, they are like a little bit less aesthetically pleasing.
Absolutely. That's my only real complaint. I understand that, you know, slide pin assemblies are easier to swing out. You know, I've done plenty of brake servicing on cars. I just think that if you're gonna pay this much and you're gonna get those upgraded brakes on whatever you get that's made by BMW these days, guys, do a clamshell design rear brake. Like, it's just a better looking brake. But that's it. You know, otherwise it's beautiful. It sounds great. It breaks necks. It looks awesome on the road. It's like nothing else. Every time you see a Supra, even if it's not the, you know, Gen 4, you're still going, is that a Supra?
Yeah.
You know? So
They say they did styling tweaks on this to mark the Mark IV, you know, to pay homage to the Mark IV.
yeah, definitely. You can see it for
Yeah.
sure.
But like, great car.
Yeah,
Happy to be
absolutely.
driving it.
Yeah, so that's gonna do it for our quick little review of the GR Supra.
Azul Racing.
45th anniversary. Only 900 of these are going to be made. Saw that
Yeah,
plaque on the
900
side.
of the 45th anniversary.
Yeah, pretty cool. Let us know what you guys think of the Supra. Would you buy it? That's a big question.
Would you spend your $65,000, not somebody else's theoretical money on it?
Yeah, very true. Yeah, let us know what you guys think of the car and the review in the comments down below. And if you like the video, please make sure to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. We'd really appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace.